Welcome to the This Week video for July 27th. It's another rather large week and some really decent books this week. So let's start. We've got 78 Miles Per Hour, number 2. It's a little too slow for my taste, but you probably won't get a ticket. Here's a one-shot called Beasto Blanco Space Wave Conquest. Interesting. By Source Point Press, you never know what you're going to get. They got a lot of weird stuff. Issue number 2 of Beware, The Eye of Odin. Issue number 1 was a surprisingly sold better than I thought. Let's hope they liked it. People liked it, and they'll come in for number 2. We got a new book by Valiant, written by Cullen Bunn. Good to see him teaming up with Valiant, called Book of Shadows number 1. Buzzard and Bone number 4. The Collector, Unit 731, number 4, from Dark Horse. And we've got Crystal Planet, number 2. It's done by the same group, same company that's doing the new Frank Frazetta Death Dealer. So the artwork should probably be decent. It's not Frazetta stuff, but it's good. And we've got another one from the same company, Disturbed, Dark Messiah, number 3. We had a few damages on this book, so we probably won't have many throughout the week, but hopefully next week we'll get the replacements. Dungeons and Dragons, Ravenloft, number 2. The Fourth Man trade paperback. I love those little things. I don't know what they call them, but this one's blood splattered, so it's even better. Gunslinger Spawn trade paperback. Hawk the Slayer, number 2. Garth Ennis book. This thing started off really well in sales, and it's dropped almost nothing. But we've got Hellcop, number 9, so it's still, it's got 9 issues, so it's got to be doing something. Final issue of this book, which is, well, I'm still on issue number 2. I finished issue 2, but Hit Me, number 5. The first 2 issues are great. Everyone that comes in says this is one of the books to read. House of Slaughter, number 7. No comment on that one. Try to be nice. I Hate This Place, issue number 3. Image Anthology, the Anthology, number 4. Love anthology books. Get a bunch of stories in one book. Beautiful. Jenny Zero, number 3. Kaiju Score, number 4. The Killer Affairs of the State, number 6. Lead City, number 4. Magic, the Hidden Planeswalker, number 4. Magic Order 3, number 1. Keeps on putting them out. Always popular book. Mark Miller. Mechanics with an X, number 1. My Little Pony, number 3. The Naughty List, number 4. Another good book by Aftershock. Nottingham, number 9. The Oblivion Trials, number 2. A writer that I think is falling off the face of the earth, as in quality. Pearl, number 3, by Brian Michael Bendis. He was a guy that anytime his name was on something, he was a go-to. You thought it would be good, but I don't know. He seems to have lost it. I'm not really caring for much of his stuff anymore. Issue 2 of Public Domain by Chip Zdarsky. This guy, everything this guy touches is gold right now. I haven't read the first issue of this, but he's writing Batman and Daredevil, and yeah, pretty much anything he touches is selling. It's probably worth the look. Radiant Black, number 16, with its counterpart of Radiant Red, number 5. Rick Remenda, A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance, number 93, or 10. We don't need to discuss Righteous Thirst for Vengeance anymore. Just go back to our previous episodes. You'll know how I feel about that. We've got Rogue Sun, number 6, which I think is one of the cousins of the Radiant books. It's a nice looking cover. Scorch, number 8. Some more Spawn Universe action. I like this cover. Sham Comics, number 4. I think it's beat the crap from the... because they're using shoddy... They seem to be using some shoddy paper like the Marvel paper on this. Yep, and all of them came in all dinged up. More damages. Sins of the Black Flamingo, number 2. Book keeps on putting out quality. Thank you, James. Something's Killing the Children, issue number 25. And they got a cool die cut cover with it. Sonic the Hedgehog, number 51. Teenage Ninja Turtles, number 131. We Only Find Them When They're Dead, issue number 12. And we're going to finish it off with Ahoy Comics, The Wrong Earth, Meet. One shot. Pretty hefty stack of independents this week. And we'll go to Disappointing Comics. Action Comics 1045. Aquaman, number 6. Batman Fortress, number 3. Ooh. This is the book. Justice Gets an Upgrade. DC Mech, number 1. They must have saw that Marvel was doing Avengers Tech, Avengers Mech, or whatever crap they're doing. And it says, hey, that's a great idea. Let's do it too. It's not a good idea on the Marvel side. You know, if they're doing it, it's definitely not a good idea now. Batman One Dark Knight, number 3. Deathstroke, number 11. Detective Comics 1062. A great looking variant cover. The Flash trade paperback. Harley Quinn number 17. Nightmare Country number 4. Well, the coolest thing about this book is probably the cover. Robin number 16. Same thing with this book. Superman Space Age number 1. I couldn't bring myself to put the I couldn't bring myself to put the Mike Allred cover online because I don't want you guys puking on your tables or wherever you are watching, wherever you're watching your video. So I put the good looking cover on it. You know, I didn't want to cause mass sickness and hysteria, you know, in the world of the internet. So this is the cover. This is the cover you get. At least this looks good. But picture Mike Allred's art. It's all through the book. So yeah. Don't buy it. Unless you like Mike Allred. So maybe 10 or 8 people may buy it. We got Swamp Thing number 15. Task Force Z number 10. Or X. Is we at Z now? Yeah, we're at Z. We're at the end of the Task Force. Maybe there'll be no more. Young Justice number 1. And we're going to finish it off with a graphic novel. Zatanna, The Jewel of Gravesend. That was exciting. And we're going to come to some Marvel stuff. We got Amazing Spider-Man. It's either issue 6 or it's 900, whatever you want to call it. They're pushing it now as 900 because this is their time to be able to give you an oversized, jumbo-sized book for $10. There's one of the covers here. Another one there. I'm going to give it 3 rows because it only holds 3 to a row. And there's a cool cover too. But yeah, this is their chance. This is their chance now to go back from issue number 6 that it's supposed to be and make it 900, so there'll be a big celebration. But then it'll be issue 7 again next month. So it's not a big deal. But the great thing about this book, the story has been really good. But John Romita Jr. is not doing the interior artwork. McGinnis is doing it, who isn't much better, but I mean, he's at least cartoony, and I'm not a big cartoony type of guy, but when you compare it to Romita, this is like a master artist at work doing this book now. It's your eyes won't bleed while you read this book. So I guess it was just too many pages for Romita to be able to handle. Who knows? He did this awful looking cover though, cover A. But at least if you want your Romita fill, buy this cover. You'll get it. But he's not doing the interior art. That'll make the story even better because this story is good even with him bringing it down. So McGinnis is going to actually help lift it up a little further. Exciting. And now we've got Ant-Man number 1. Hopefully Ewing learns how to write again because his Hulk, Immortal Hulk, was fantastic. But his Thor is garbage. So let's hope this is Immortal Hulk Ewing and not Thor thing, or I don't know, Venom. I don't know. Whatever Donny Cates' book was, the great Donny Cates was writing, he's writing one of his books now. It's awful. And we've got Captain America, Symbol of Truth, number 3. A lot of people clamoring for this. Well, I don't know if a lot of people, but hey, they brought back a series with Gambit, and Chris Claremont's writing it too. That should stand for something, because Claremont's still popular. So, see how that goes. Excited about this book, Genis Vell, Captain Marvel. They brought him back. Peter David's writing it. Peter David wrote the original series back in the early 2000s, late 90s. So I'll try. Peter David writes something. I'll usually try it. He's a good writer. Let's just hope it's good. Exciting week. Iron Cat number 2. She can this beating up Iron Man. Hey, it's Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 22. If this book is half as good as the TV show, this book is fantastic. Star Wars Obi-Wan number 3. Hey, Buff, you read Star Wars stuff. You caught up? Is this any good?
Well, I've read 2, yeah. And
yeah?
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so there you have it. You heard it from the Buff. It's a good book. And the TV show is fantastic. Strange, number 4. Here's another can't-miss book, I think. The Variants, number 2. It's a Jessica Jones mystery. Jessica Jones is a great character. But it's written by Gail Simone, who, when she was writing comics on a regular basis, she was can't miss. She's one of the best writers in the industry. Glad to see her back doing in the mainstream, doing something. And Phil Noto artwork. How can you go wrong? I mean, his artwork is decent too. Combine those, I think this is going to be a fantastic book. Oh, yeah, it's Venom. My mistake wasn't Thor. Venom. Al Ewing's Venom. Crap. Number 9. Right here. We're done with him. If you're a fan of George R.R. or Double R. Martin, we've got a Wild Cards number 1. Based on his stuff. Written by, I think, Paul Cornell. And we're going to finish this off with some Wolverine patch number 4. Well, that's a pretty big week. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.